Alright, I'm just making a quick little thought about Walking Dead because I just watched the season finale for the part two thing. I still think it's really dumb. I really hate when shows do this. It's not needed. I don't understand why it's done. Probably because of production costs. Need to make more money. It's something involving money, not with story. I can't. But anyways, I'm so done with this show so much. It's not interesting anymore. It's really not. There is just too much of an influx in characters. And I'm just people I don't care about anymore. I I really do not care. It's like you just keep throwing stuff at me, and you keep trying to build a universe, and it's just when it's season finale, you gotta stop introducing characters. Like it just stop doing that. Really, it's so annoying. This series should have ended with Negan. I'm so on that. It should have ended with Negan. Negan was the most you know Star Wars the fuck is called the big bad. I don't know what the it's like Emperor Sith kind of thing. Like where it's the biggest baddie you can possibly face. It should have ended there. It should have kept the original cast because it's been trudging along so long now with and all the old people are leaving, and it's just there's so many storylines now. They're all not interesting anymore because there's no more stakes. It's like it peaked when Glenn died. In my opinion, it peaked there, and it held that. And ever since that happened, I was like, okay, everything after this, I'm not surprised whenever someone else dies. It peaked there, and ever since then, I just there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing to feel anymore. It keeps going on. The Walking Dead, yeah, it's literally a show and it's dead and it's still walking for some reason. And it's just like God. It's like I'm so sick of, also giving character storylines that go nowhere. Like Leah, Daryl's kind of girlfriend that made her own family, with the Reapers, and then she loses everything like there. She is just totally wasted in this last episode. Daryl just kills her. To save Maggie. There she is, she's gone. It's like so fucking wasted. Like, oh god. Who was the yeah, that other character that Carl saved, the guy that turned into a doctor, and when he just ends up getting choked to death, like his death is meaningless. It was just so and look, I understand in real life, there are a lot of meaningless deaths. It makes it real. Last of Us 2, I think, did it really well. A lot of major characters in there just end up just getting shot off screen or get shot right in front of you, and it's like what? It was surprising, but in Walking Dead, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like I think it's because it just it's so long, and you're with these characters for so long, and then all of a sudden, bam, they're gone. Bam, they're gone. It's like and the character is just wasted. Like we're making a story, I'm not watching someone's real life right now. I'm watching a story. So I'm watching a story as someone was writing, and as a writer, you want to make it interesting. You want to make it shocking, but it's like nothing is shocking anymore. Everything is so overdone. Commonwealth is just so boring. It's just another big organization that's corrupt on the inside. You gotta take care. It's like we've already done with this with Negan. It's like Negan. We've already done all this. I don't want to watch it anymore. It's like the Whisperers were kind of. God, I thought I didn't like the Whisperers, but honestly, that is a lot more interesting than this because this is just Negan times two, and woo. That's so more impressive. No, it's not. It's not interesting anymore. I'm so done with it. I'm just so bored now. I don't care. All the forced relationship shit, I don't care anymore. It's just it's so boring. It's like, oh god. This is why I'm not gonna watch any other spin-off Walking Dead stuff. It just keeps going on and on and on. I could give two shits anymore about these people. And I love Rick. I love Daryl. I love Michonne. I love Ezekiel. You know, I loved Glenn. I love Carol. You know, most of those people are gone now. Daryl and Carol are still here, but it's like they're doing nothing. It's just they're just going through the motions, and I'm sick of watching the same people doing the same stuff over and over again. This is the last season, and I'm like, can it feel like a last season already? How many episodes have I watched? I've watched 2 parts now, and legit, probably the most interesting stuff was like the first episodes. They actually were really good, I think. I agree with a lot of people on that. Like, the first episodes were pretty interesting, you know? Because it was introducing a bunch of, you know, story arcs, like, you know, Maggie not trusting Negan, you know? Interesting stuff like that. And finding out who the Commonwealth is. And right now, though, when we start getting into the actual meat of the story, I'm like, God, this is like nothing. It's like you approach me with like a really tasty looking meal, you know, like I've had this meal before a lot of times, but this one looks pretty good. It's kind of presented kind of well. Then I actually bite into it, and I'm like, well, this is fucking like paper. You know, this is nothing. There's nothing of substance here. It's just, yeah, wow. I can't describe how much I'm just so done watching this. No stakes anymore. I think also revealing how many more spin-offs you guys have, you know, like we have a Carol and Daryl spin-off, we have a Maggie and Negan spin-off. Well, now I don't gotta worry about them dying now because you're just showing me all the new spin-offs. Like, why? Why would you do that? You're taking attention that should have been there, you know, that we wouldn't know about, and you're giving us to it like when it wasn't even part 2 yet, and when they announced this, it's like, what are you guys doing? And it's just, God, I hate the 3 parts. Like, why is it 3 parts? It's because they're trying to prolong it, because after the 3rd part, they're going to announce the movie. It's like, are they just not ready with the movie yet? So they're going to try to keep the conversation going for as long as possible, so Walking Dead's still in the public mind, so they can get excited about the movie. Like, I don't understand, because I hate stuff like this, because it's kind of like I got to go back and forth, like, oh, God, going back and forth with this. Just give me 1 season and let me watch the 1 season. Please. I'm really sick of parters. It's not fun. Even Attack on Titan, I don't like it. It forced me to read a manga because I'm like, I'm so done with just, okay, I gotta wait now, what, a year now? It's like, let me wait those extra years of not seeing it, and oh, but you can't do it though, because you gotta get the moolah, you know, you gotta keep the property in the public's mind, so you gotta, I guess, give them a little bit when you finish, because if you don't, and if you wait too long, everyone's gonna forget about it, and then no one's gonna watch it, so you gotta, I know, like, there's a marketing scheme behind all of that, I know, there has to be, there's a reason for that, I don't like it, though. I don't like it. So yeah, I've never liked Princess. I don't like her at all. She's really annoying. Here's the thing. You can make annoying characters, but you give them substance, you know, and you can make them entertaining. There's a lot of characters like that. Like, who's that little girl from Cowboy Bebop? You know, she's annoying, but it's like, she's endearing. You know, SpongeBob. Oh, God, great example. I've been watching it recently. Season 1, you know. SpongeBob is annoying, but he's endearing, you know? You balance that out with an annoying character, and you make a really interesting and lovable character, you know? You just make someone that's annoying, and you try to do endearing, but it doesn't work. I just see them as annoying now, because they're a lot better at being annoying than endearing. And Princess is just fucking annoying. I'm sorry. I don't like her art. Now she's got a love interest with the really badass soldier guy. He's the only person that I like, because he's like the serious guy, you know? He's the only one I think like gets the job done. Max is his name, I think. I don't know. He's the only new person I like, honestly. He's interesting, at least. But now he has a relationship with her. Makes no sense. Came out of nowhere. It doesn't work. I don't like it. It's dumb. I'm sick of these forced relationship stuff in this show, like I've already said. It's just, oh, God. This is so draining. It's like, God. Again, and Leah's death was just this was so wasted. I just, I don't know, man. I don't know how it's like behind the scenes of writing for shows like this, you know? I can only imagine having to write for a show like this, and like you're forced to change your writing because it has to meet a quota, like, oh, you have to make it this long. You have to do it because we're ending the show on this certain episode. You just gotta push this thin. It's like, just so I got nothing. I just feel sorry for the writers. You can't go anywhere with this anymore. It's just like Walking Dead is done. It's done. I'm done watching Walking Dead. It's not fun anymore. It's really not fun anymore. It's a bunch of people like just the same characters doing the same stuff. Like, you know what? It's wrong. So we gotta do what's right. Do you not bothered by what's wrong, what's right? It's like this conversation now. I'm sick of having this conversation about like what's wrong, what's right. It was interesting when you first brought it up, and now I'm just like, yeah, I'm so done with you killed somebody. Whoa, okay, you killed them because they killed your friends. Like, fuck, I don't fucking care. It's like the whole thing with Maggie and Negan, you know, the whole argument that they made Maggie a complete asshole for most of this series or most of this season because we gotta make up for Negan being an asshole, you know? It's like, we have Negan alive. He does some pretty bad stuff. How do we make the, audience like him? Because everyone likes him, but, like, how do we justify, or not really justify, but how do we make up for his actions? Oh, I know. We'll make Maggie a complete dick face and just kill everybody, and then she'll understand that Negan was just doing the same thing, you know? It's just, everyone's doing the same like that was just so dumb. Such a lazy attempt at redeeming Negan. Negan, no. Okay, look, what Negan did was shit, alright? Yeah, everyone deserves a second chance. But also, it's kind of like, yeah, what Negan did was fucked up. He enjoyed what he was doing, alright? We tend to forget that Negan was enjoying it while he was doing it. It's not like, oh, his wife had cancer. And he didn't want to do it, but it was for the good of his... Come on, you saw him laughing and doing... He was enjoying every moment of that. That is what made him so... so entertaining, is because he was such a fucking shithead. You know? He was so entertaining to watch because he was enjoying it. It's like, why do people love the Joker? You know, it's because the Joker is insane. He enjoys what he's doing. It's entertaining to watch him. We don't go like, oh, poor Joker. He's just me. No, you don't stand up for Joker. You watch him get defeated he's entertaining. That's what Negan was. I didn't need a fucking whole sob story for Negan. All right. And I definitely didn't need to be shoved in my face like, Negan's a good guy. See, everything he did was again, perspective. It's like, I get it. Perspective, I get it. I'm so done. I'm so done. And finally Maggie's like, well, you saved my son, so I guess you're okay. What, oh, after everything, that's what makes you saved my son. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more cynical now because I'm already like not liking it. So maybe all the points that are actually good points, I'm just not looking at them anymore because I'm just not interested in this show anymore. But just, yeah, all I gotta say is this: Walking Dead seasons 1, not really 2. Let's get rid of 2. But Walking Dead was season 1, excluding 2 to 6, and even 7. I'm gonna stand up for 7. 1 to 7 was perfect. I loved it. I will stand up for season 7 because I feel like season 6, because I didn't have to wait, for a whole season to get the answers, but like I feel like season 6, that finale, and then leading into episode 1, that was the most like disgustingly nervous and like stressed out feelings I've had watching something in so long, with a character that I love getting killed brutally, an intense villain whose presence I could feel through the screen, like, was perfect, alright? And I know apparently the season finale for 6 and episode 1, season premiere of 7, no one likes it, I guess, because of how it was. I don't know. I'm reading the comics right now, I'm not there yet, but all I know is that for me personally was like peak Walking Dead. Like, I was like, my jaw was like dropped on the floor, like, wow. Like, this show has become insane. That's the kind of feeling I want to have when I'm watching a season finale, all right? Like, or a series finale. That's what I want to feel like. And that's what I felt like. So I still think, in my opinion, because Whispers were not really interesting, season 8 was complete shit because it just kept talking about, it just, literally, it recycled the Negan and Rick fight from season 7 and recycled it and just did it all over again. It was like, I'm like, oh my god, it was so bad. But, so yeah, that stuff, the Whispers were not fun at all. Really, they were interesting. They were interesting, but that's it though. I was hoping with the Whisperers, it's gonna be like because I'm like, oh, we're getting to the season like series finale, right? So I thought maybe the Whisperers were like an evolution of the zombies. Like, oh, now they can think for themselves. Oh, that's like a big final hurdle. No, it was just some people that are dressed up as zombies. I thought the zombies evolving after all this time would have been a very interesting way to take out the series. Because it's kind of like, wow, it's been about zombies. Yeah, I know zombies are now like the background characters of the story. Like, no, it's humans against humans. Whoa, isn't it weird how the real monsters are not as monstrous as people? Yeah, it's like, but anyways, I just still think the series should have ended with Negan. It really should have. Rick should have just killed him or not killed him. I don't fucking care, but it should have ended right there. Season 7. Maybe prolong it for season 8 if they weren't going to just keep going with the show and just end the whole, again, end the feud. End the feud. Don't recycle it, just end the feud. That would have been perfect, in my opinion. That would have been so good. I don't know. I just feel like now it's long outstayed its welcome. It's still going to go on, though. Still going to go on. And it's kind of like I've devoted so much time now to watching this. Like, now I kind of have to watch it now. It's like, it's the last part. I need to watch it. I can't just be like, oh, no, I'm not going to watch it now, even though I don't like it, because, like, that's how they get you, They hook you in saying, oh, we're going to do some good stuff, and then you're so far in, it's like, well, fuck, I just might as well continue it, so, yeah, it didn't really like this part 2 at all. Trying to think of any episode that really stood out to me, and I literally can't. Part 2, at least. Yeah, I can't think of any. Nope, nothing. Yeah, so anyways, that's my take on Walking Dead Season 11, Part 1 and Part 2, I guess. So we'll just see what they do with Part 3. If Part 3 is amazing, then good on that. It ends on a final, but it's not going to make up for these 2 things. It's not. I'm saying it is, but anyways, yeah, I'm done. Goodbye.